Larry Sapensky. Is our first contestant. Look a little deeper. Look a little deeper, Larry Sapensky.
What you see isn't always what you get. Sometimes we need to look a little deeper. Got this chair. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, have you ever judged someone before you even knew their story? I think instinctively, when we meet somebody for the first time, we initially size them up, and then we decide whether or not they offer any significant value in our life. If the answer is no, we walk away. Albert Einstein said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Is it possible? If we took a little more time and looked a little deeper, we may have found their value. When I was in my mid-20s, I worked with a cranky old man. His name was Julius. And Julius, he didn't have any friends. He didn't like life. And what's even worse is he didn't seem like me. Working every day with Julius reminded me of the fairy tale about the troll that lived underneath the bridge. And he would attack anything that dared cross. Julius was short, he was stout, and he was mean. Julius was the troll, and every day when I arrived at work, I had to cross that bridge and hoped he wouldn't attack. Every day except Wednesday. Wednesday, Julius would travel to another facility far, far away. Wednesday was my troll-free day. One beautiful Wednesday morning, I arrived at work and joyously crossed that bridge, only to have the joy snatched from my grasp by the troll. "Oh, Larry, today you're coming with me." Before I even had a chance to say, "What?" I found myself buckled into a car and on my way to the facility. Far, far away. And the trip started off exactly as anticipated. The person who coined the phrase "silence is golden" doesn't know me. I don't do silence. So I decided to make an attempt to communicate with this man. I fired the first shot. "Julius, tell me, what planet did you come from?" Oh, young man, I come from the planet Romania. Tell me, what rock did you crawl out from under? This was good. This was to start a dialogue. It's what we call the icebreaker. But then, without warning, he fired the next shot. One that still rings in my ears some 30 years later. "Young man, I'm hard on you because you remind me of my son. He, like you, didn't understand why you have 2 ears and 1 mouth." "No, but I bet you're going to tell me." "Because you're supposed to listen twice as much as you speak." Finding myself locked in the car with this man made taking his advice pretty easy. What choice did I have other than to listen? And for the better part of the day, Julius shared stories with me from his past. Most were funny. Some were very sad. But they all seemed to have a special message that resonated with me. Before this day ended, Julius left me with more words of wisdom. "Young man, you know what you know, but there's so much more you don't know you don't know. That is why you must listen twice as much as you speak." I knew Julius for over a year, but I never really knew him. There was a lot that I didn't know, and I didn't even know it. But by listening, by taking the time to look a little deeper, I realized Julius was a kind, old gentleman that had much to offer. And sadly, because I never took the time to look a little deeper, I lost all those years of his friendship and his knowledge. Later that evening, when we arrived home, I found my fairy tale bridge had been replaced with a path to friendship, and Julius and I would walk that path together. For the remainder of his life, Julius and I were like father and son. We worked together, we played together, and we spent countless hours talking, and yes, listening to each other. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Had I not taken the time to look a little deeper, a relationship that meant so much to both of us may have never happened. My friends, I believe everyone comes into our life with a purpose, and they all have a value, some greater than others. But nonetheless, it's our job to look a little deeper and find their value. How many Julius opportunities have you missed in your lifetime? More importantly, will you be ready for the next Julius when they appear? My friends, your next Julius may not be far, far away. They may be in your life at this very moment, or they may appear very soon. Will you be ready? I ask you, the next time you find yourself judging someone before you know their story, take a step back. Look a little deeper, and maybe you'll realize you're actually in the presence of your next Julius.
And we have 1 minute of the time, please. Timer is when the time is up.